right, well, good morning, everybody. Welcome again for our 1 Million Cups event. Would like to remind everybody, first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for your participation. But I do want to remind everybody that this event is every week. So tell your friends, just put it on your calendar already. Don't even worry about it. Just at 9 on Wednesdays, you need to come to hang out with the 1 Million Cups crowd, or community. So again, welcome everybody. We are being live streamed throughout the United States. So this is a national program as we are on a timeline. So just to recap, 1 Million Cups is sponsored by the Kaufman Foundation, which works with communities in entrepreneurship and education to increase opportunities and allow people to take risk and also achieve their own success. So we are affiliates of the Kaufman Foundation. We run the Kaufman Fast Track program throughout the Rio Grande Valley. We are very popular with that program, so we also invite you to come and be part of that whenever you get a chance. 1 Million Cups, they work toward a mission through creating consistent educational experience for each 1MC presenter, while also highlighting the uniqueness value proposition in each local community. So what we want to do here is build a community of support for our entrepreneurs and our small business owners. We want to make sure that we come together every Wednesday and we're able to kind of listen to them, but also give them feedback and give them, any assistance or ask them what can we do for them as they continue their entrepreneurial journey. 1 Million Cups in Texas is in about 33 cities in Texas. We are number 34, and now we're on the map. We were on the map before, so we're very excited to now be part of this whole Texas community of 1 Million Cups. And again, this is only Texas. It is run throughout the entire United States. Just a little bit on the presentations. These are not pitches. These are, these are just journeys, like telling your story. It's about the presenters telling you a little bit about their background, their journey, what they've been through, and what have been some of those challenges that they've had throughout this whole, it's a lifestyle, to be honest. So, kind of what they're going through. The program is held every week from 9 to 10. It is, we do encourage you to kind of do a little bit networking after, or if you come a little bit earlier, that you can grab your cup of coffee. The idea is that you drink delicious coffee, but you also, if you're interested in presenting, please just, go to a link. Our partners at BCIC did an amazing job by doing a fantastic page. There's Nathan right there. And he has where you can kind of put in your information if you want to present. If you want to be an organizer, if you want to be part of the organizing team for this community, you can also participate. You can also be part of it. So if you want to help us out, our both organizations, BCIC and UTRGV, to kind of continue having this every week, please come and be part of this community as well. Or if you want to sponsor the coffee, if you want to showcase, if you're in the coffee business or coffee is part of your business, we encourage you to come and present your product here. Edgar, I see you. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. Our today's presenters, we have two fantastic entrepreneurs that will be presenting today. First, we're going to bring up Gilbert Hernandez. He is the proud owner of Buho, and who was founded in 2022, and it was just to bring a bookstore experience to the people of Brownsville. I'm not going to say much about him because I want him to tell you himself what he's all about. So come on up, sir. Really quick, each presenter has 6 minutes to present, and then please ask questions.
Good morning, everyone. Exactly 1 year, 1 month, and 7 days ago, I had the most genius idea. I was supposed to have a picture here, but they discouraged me. But it was in that shower that I asked myself a very important question. Is Brownsville, Texas, the largest city in America without a bookstore? For quite a few years during my time in Brownsville after college, many people have complained, oh, I have to drive to McAllen to get books, I have to go to South Padre Island to get books. So I thought, why doesn't Brownsville have one? Well, I did the research that night, and it turns out that Brownsville was at one point the largest metropolitan area whose largest city did not have a bookstore? And something had to be done about it. So that's where the idea came to me to start Buho. Buho rhymes with duo. The word means owl in Spanish. Fun fact, I actually drew the logo on the back of a napkin in Jusas. I am ashamed to say that I lost the napkin. But I passed the idea over to my graphic designer sister, who made it look very pretty. I had no idea what I was doing, but I thought, okay, the first logical step would be to order a mountain of books. And my room became full of them. And then it got way out of hand. Then the books leaked over to my garage. For context, I live with my family. They are very clean and orderly people. This goes against their values. So they were generous to rent a storage unit facility, not because of love, and moved everything in a 10-foot by 10-foot storage unit facility. At its peak, imagine those racks doubled and the number of books there multiplied by 4 or 5. I want to say at one point there was easily over 5,000 books in that storage unit. So how does one begin without a bookstore, without a place, without anything at all? Through pop-up events. This was our debut at the Amigoland Vendors Fair, when those were a thing last year. The people of Brownsville had gone without a bookstore for so long, we had a line of people at all times. This goes to show how the people of Brownsville were starving to have a bookstore. And since then, we'd go around town with those 2 library carts, a table, and maybe 500 pounds of books. After the success of this vendor's fair, different organizations and businesses were starting to take notice of Buho. The first being Las Ramblas. This is where Boquerón is right now. They allowed us to set up shop there every Tuesday evening to sell books. But there was an issue. Because it was a bar, I could not sell books to kids. In fact, there was one point where, get the book. We made it work, but we wanted to make Buho an experience for everyone. So by coincidence, the next organization to notice us was Roca. They invited us to the Dia del Niño event over at Market Square. All the books you see there are children's books, which goes to show how fun it was to have a custom inventory for each event. Then here we are at 7th and Park, where they let us set up shop there every second weekend of the month. This was one of my favorite ones because the customers would have a taste of what I wanted Buho to be as a bookstore, with the coffee, the easygoing environment, the book, and so forth. And finally, our coziest pop-up setup was here at the Curio 409, with a more living room, homey type of experience. And then came the miracle. It was some point in August or September of last year where I was at the Morning Glory. I was having my brunch, eating an avocado toast, sipping my coffee, and reading The Count of Monte Cristo, when out of nowhere comes this mysterious older gentleman. He says, "Disculpe, ¿es usted el Buho?" I go, "Yes, I am Buho." Turns out he was the owner of the Calderoni building. When doing work on it, I thought, Buho has to be there. It has to be there. It has to be there. I wanted it to be in a historic building in downtown, non-negotiable. Then here comes this guy saying, hey, listen, everyone wants to be in that building, but either they're a club, they're a bar, they're a restaurant. I have tenants living upstairs. I don't want loud music. I don't want booze. I don't want the smell of food going up there. You are a bookstore. You check off all my boxes. You're coming to my building. Yes, sir. So we're going to your building. That's when I moved everything. I signed the lease. I moved everything from the storage unit to here. But I needed help. These are thousands and thousands of books, and I could not do this job alone. I hosted a volunteer rally where over the course of 3 days, 25 people showed up out of their own free will and accord to help sort out this giant mountain of books into these rows where each one is sorted by genre. Now, since then, I started hosting, I don't want to call them soft openings, let's call them test runs because there's still a lot of work to do. But they give the bookstore experience to the people of Brownsville while also realizing what works, what doesn't work, to implement it down the line for the grand opening. By the way, this is a bare bones minimum operation. The shelves are the same racks that we saw in the storage unit facility. The tables were from The Gap when they were closing and they were selling off all their furniture for cheap. Yeah, this is lots of sneakiness. Bookstore. In the future, for the grand opening, cafe in the back, I want to see. But slowly but surely, we are getting there. And as I like to say in the back of each free bookmark that comes with each purchase, everything is slowly falling into place. Any questions, comments, suggestions, concerns? Yes, sir.
The presentation where you get to ask questions and kind of ask, Buho, what can we do for you? How can we support you? How can we make you more successful or get to your end goal, which is have this beautiful place that you envision for your venture?
Thank you. Dante Villarreal. I love your passion. I can tell you have the passion. I love your vision. I love that you yourself are a great storyteller, and that's awesome. And my question really is what Linda's asking. What is it, what's the obstacle or barrier that you're facing to get to where you need to be? To have that real grand opening and have you have the store look and feel like.
I would like to do a lot more research into food and drink to implement the cafe aspect to Buho. I blow everyone's minds when I tell people that there's an Easter egg in the logo, that the two eyes of the owl are actually two coffee cups. So it was something that I had in mind since the very beginning. Because I haven't yet ventured into that, I haven't yet researched into that, that might take a solid month of concentration. I may stand back a little bit from these test runs. That would be one obstacle. The other would be to invest in furniture, bookshelves. It doesn't have to be anything too pricey, because new bookshelves, they cost in the realm of $700 to $900 each if they're made of actual wood. I don't want anything from Target or IKEA or anything like that. I want something that looks traditional. It could be secondhand. It could be made locally. And that's definitely another obstacle to consider. But once I have the furniture down, once I have the cafe aspect down, I should be mostly set for the grand opening.
So what can the community do for you? How can the community help?
Don't hype the bookstore too much right now. And the reason I say that, I literally get calls every single day. Right now are only open, I want to say 5 to 10 days a month for these test runs. We're still not in full service. And then one time it happened, I was way out of town. Someone was outside my doors wanting to go in. I said, I'm in McAllen. Will you be there tomorrow? No, I'm visiting my family. I leave tomorrow. And so I would like the community to understand that it's still a work in progress, even though Google has us right there. Google says, we're a bookstore. We already have pictures taken by customers during our little trial runs. On the surface, it does look like a complete product, but no, there is so much work to do. So yeah, that would be my answer, for the community to understand that it is still a work in progress, to check social media to see when the test runs will be. and yeah, to spread the word. Well, Buho is a one-man show. No, Buho is not a one-man show. There are plenty of people that have supported and helped behind the scenes. The biggest one, I would say, would be the Kaufman Fast Track program. Of course, every entrepreneur has all these thoughts in an abstract manner in their head, but something like the Kaufman Fast Track program helps outline it in a very clear way to implement those ideas into practice. Of course, I also got the help from all these different community organizations that I've been a part of, whether it's directly from the advice of their members or their support. I do want to think that I have a unique background and situation compared to other booksellers. Because most of them don't tend to be, out there in the community. But it was because of that they gave me this love and appreciation of Brownsville. They all saw how important this is to Brownsville. I don't think I would be where I am right now if it weren't for them.
What kind of books are you looking for? Like, if we were to donate, gather books around Spanish too?
Oh, yes. Spanish is in very high demand.
We get you a lot of books that might be old, but is there like specific type of books that you're looking for, or just in general, we can just go and use the book?
Buho right now at its startup phases is very happy to accept donations. I literally accept all kinds of books, yes. I estimate there to be well over 42 different genres in the store. Yeah, and antiques as well. Everything.
So if we see some books, because sometimes there'll be books, like boxes of books at the university that just say, hey, take these.
Mhm.
Should we bring them to you?
Sure. Thank you.
So I have a comment.
Yes.
To me, it looks like, you have your vision, you have, you know your market, you've done test markets with these soft launches or whatever you call them. It seems to me that you have a window right now to capitalize on the excitement, on
Yes.
the novelty of having a bookstore downtown and everything coming into play. Is it accurate that you might be looking for maybe capital infusion to get that cafe up and going, bring in the expertise to set it up and do your furniture and all that? Is that accurate? Are you looking for some type of capital infusion to get this to?
Considering that the equipment for the cafe would cost well over $25,000 at least.
Yeah, that's conservative.
Yes, very much so. That would be a better number to define next month, as I was talking about. But yes, I would be open to it.
So, concerns are, I imagine you looked at the demographic,
Yes.
right? We're obviously more and more digital
Mhm.
consumer, right? Just everybody in general. So, we're a very young society, young community in Brownsville. How do you plan on converting this niche into a profitable venture, knowing, I would think, I don't know, that books have a small margin,
Mhm.
right? So unless you have the coffee element, which I think the coffee element could probably be profitable,
Mhm.
right? But the book part of it, how do you make that into a profitable venture, or how are you thinking of that?
Mhm. The surprising thing about books, if you know how to play the game, they can have a considerable profit margin. New books by themselves, if you have which could be accompanied by having these test runs or special events to get people in the doors. I also have the privilege of being located next to some restaurants where if there's a waiting line, I've observed they come to Buho. So they come to Buho to pass the time while they wait for their table. But yes, a diversified stream of income will definitely help once a staff is there. It's to ensure that Buho survives as a storefront.
Yeah, sorry, I think what Edgar was saying is that people aren't buying books as much as they did before, right?
Oh.
In the universities,
Uh-huh.
none of the students buy books anymore.
I know.
They either pirate it or they buy it in Kindle, right?
Mhm.
So they don't physically buy the book. So I think what you said
Uh-huh.
about having events there where maybe local writers have like their books there with the signing. You go there, you buy like a copy, and then the author's there, and then having events, especially for kids, right?
Mhm.
I think if you really target the parents, because obviously the parents want kids to read books,
Right.
not, you know, the phone book, right?
Mhm.
So I think those events are really key. I don't know.
And yet, and my thought of how you explain it all, and just commenting, is you're creating experiences,
Yes.
right? And that's what you're selling,
Mhm.
right? And so there has to be a formula there where the book's the thing, but the experience that you constantly create,
Right.
and then you can pop up with a copy or a different thing, make it into a profitable venture. But
Mhm.
that's what I'm just concerned with, how you make this happen.
Yes.
But I mean, that's your job, so
Uh-huh.
I'm glad it's not mine.
Yeah, there was one part of your question that I got very excited and I overlooked. But you're asking something along the lines of how do I fit in a modern age? Were you asking that or?
Yeah, the digital,
Yes.
obviously, we're all consuming digital, and I see the niche, right? Yes, I like a book, and once in a while I'll buy a book, but I'm not gonna constantly go back to buy books.
Uh-huh.
That's just me, right? I know there's people that probably will.
Mhm.
And in our demographic, how many of those people are there, right? That are gonna go in there and buy a book on a regular basis, right? If not, it's gotta be a consistent experience
Right.
that you're creating, that it's over there in books. That's where I'm like, I don't know,
Yeah.
we're around so.
You have like book night, right, book clubs?
Yes.
Some stuff like that, yeah,
Uh-huh.
experience.
I joined a book club.
I like to tell people that I'm not in the book industry. I'm in the entertainment industry. It's for the same reason that you go to the movie theater once or twice a month. The experience is different every time. You take a different book with you every time. And on top of that, even though we are in a digital age, books are making a comeback. It seems that people are starting to get sick of the phones and the iPads. They want to go back to something that they envisioned for themselves in their head, something that they worked to finish from cover to cover, something that they could hang on their shelves. But books are just here to stay.
I agree. I think it's the same reason why vinyl records
Yes.
are making a huge comeback.
Exactly.
To millennials and those younger.
Mhm.
Because it's the experience they're looking for. They're looking for that grainy sound.
Yes.
You know, same thing with a hardcover book and you flip the pages and stuff. I attended a book fair yesterday with my son at his school.
Mhm.
Spent like $18. You won't get excited.
Right.
Right, but when he's there and feeling it and touching it,
Mhm.
he gets excited. So, congrats. I think this is great.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you grow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really think that Buho is going to be very successful. We are very proud of him, and we will support him in any way we can. I do think books are coming back. I mean, the idea of touching, and I go to Barnes & Noble with my daughter sometimes, and I get out of there with $200, and I'm like, what the hell happened? So, but it happens. And what else than to have something like that in Brownsville? I think that's a great idea, and it's a great concept. So congratulations, and we look forward to the actual soft opening or grand opening, and go and visit the test runs, because those are also important. There's one today. So from what time to what time? To 10 to 7. So if you get a chance, go visit Buho. Right after this, yes. Thank you, Julio. So our next presenter, we're going to introduce Chris. He is the founder of Wyco Tax. Did I say that right? Yes, okay. So Chris has been in our community, in our ecosystem for, for some time, here in Brownsville. I'm very proud of him because he created something different, unique in terms of something so, I guess you want to call it, tedious that we all have to do, which so he created this concept to be able to have a more personalized customer experience when it comes to providing this service. Up and tell us what you're all about. One more thing though, I do need you, when you ask questions, we need to give you the mic because of the live stream, so please wait for us to give you the mic.
I love the mic because I love karaoke. All right, before I start, I have a video presentation for everyone. Good morning. All right.
My audience has always been there whenever I needed them. Whether it was a business related question or a text question, I know that Wyco Text always has my back.
I would like to take this opportunity to ask everyone. At this given time, within 5 seconds, we would refresh the traumatic memory of turbulence by closing everybody's eyes for 5 seconds. All right, I want everybody to close your eyes, and I will count down 5 seconds. Let's close our eyes and experience the turbulence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is it traumatic? Right? But you want to go to Las Vegas. That's why you have to embrace the uncertainties, the challenges. Turbulence is the same thing how we run the business. And COVID situation is one of the worst turbulence I have experienced running my business. Because I want to tell you this. I've been doing the business for more than 10 years. It's not gonna get easier. You just become stronger. But enable for you to be strong, you need a stronger people, smarter team, because if you're the smartest team on your business, you're not in the right business. That's why delegate and elevate, and that's why how we did with our business, with our clients during 2020 situation, everybody that shut down, and what we did with our clients since we're handling their bookkeeping and taxes, we were able to secure their EIDL, the disaster loan, the paycheck protection program, and at this point, we are working hundreds of thousands of approvals for the payroll tax refund. Who among you here heard about the ERTC? All right, that's employee retention tax credits. But all this financial aid boils down to accurate, clean financial statements. Do you agree? Yes or no? Yes. And people try to do a lot of estimates. When you file your taxes, they're going to look for your books if you get audited. If they don't match, that's 80% to 90% chance of being denied. That's why I'm here as a fellow business owners to tell you, if you don't have your financial statement ready or up to date, we are booking a 30-minute free consultation. But how I started again, I'm like to formally introduce myself. I'm Chris, Wycoco, so you kind of get the idea where the company came from, Wyco and then tax. When I did the presentation in McAllen the very first time past 3 years ago, I said my company is Wyco Tax. And there was an audience who asked me that I really came so far. And yes, I said, yeah, I'm Asian. I came from the Philippines. But he said, no, there's Waco, Texas. It sounds alike. It's close. But anyways, what we do with our company, I'd like the comment a while ago that says experience. Here, we don't only do technicality, we also provide education. So we have my YouTube channel, Chris Wycoco. There are top 10 tax savings and bookkeeping tips. If you would like to learn the top 10 tips of how to organize and update your financials, we have a YouTube channel. We do provide any type of business, tax questions, or any tax saving tips. All right, by the way, speaking of books, I did give you some reading materials. That's just our strategic partner. But that is concluding my presentation, because 6 minutes, right? Okay, there you go. So follow us on our social medias everywhere. At this point, since I also have my office in Dallas, I do more virtual appointment. Because we're in the digital, I try to really make it work. That's how business are. You always want to make things work eventually. But that's the reason why you can book us 30 minutes virtual meeting. And we're open for questions. Oh my God. Okay. Comments, suggestions. You can also give us a 5-star review. Dante. Oh, wait, the microphone.
Chris, a little bit about how accessing your customer base and with your digital platforms and so on, how is that changing a traditional, business model to now really being able to serve customers anywhere?
Yes, that's a very good question. That's when the COVID situation or crisis actually pivot a lot of people to rely on virtual services. Most of our clients and business owners, because they're really struggling making ends meet during the COVID situation where employees don't want to work, they want to have social distancing, even COVID is over, it started to have that narrowing the services through virtual service. Because why? I believe that time is money. If the business owner don't have to drive 30 minutes just to bring their records, their shoe boxes for their receipts, those receipts are, can you imagine, I work with an auditor, those receipts, they faded because they are carbon. So when the auditor knocks on your door, and then look for your shoe boxes, those receipts are gone. You don't have nothing. So what we did, through virtual, there are mobile app that where you can store your receipts, everything. If we can do the meeting and do your taxes within 30 minutes at your own store, that saves a lot of money and you can be more productive in your city. It's the highest time. We are emotional, but we also have to be objective. Anything that can be measured can be improved. If I can conduct and you can conduct a meeting of your financial statements, your profit and loss, balance sheet, everything is online, automated, integrated, and collaborated, your financial statements is done within 30 minutes. And you can be more productive. As a business owner, our responsibility, we are the brand of the company. We are the salesperson. But I got here, I have to do technical, but we are wearing different hats. So financials, any type of meeting should be done virtual. If I have the chance, that's why I love to do networking, that's the time. Virtual meeting for everybody's convenience as well. But I know it's not going to be appeal to everyone. But one of the things that I learned, not everybody is your market.
Chris, I'm going to take you back a little bit.
Yes.
How did you get started? I mean, what was your journey? I mean, because I know you were in the medical field.
Yes,
Before
I am.
you were, came into all this financial world. Tell us.
I think it's going to be that. I started selling, and I just want in the long run, that I would, Asian moms or even Hispanics, we're like neighbors. They tend to put you in a situation where they've been proven and tested to them. So they said, Chris, this is what I'm going to tell to you. In the Philippines, we are a third world country. If you're a nurse, you can easily go to the US. But if you're an accountant here in the Philippines, that will take eternity for you to be in the United States. So I said, okay, I have to be practical. I have to think smart. That's why I did the Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. However, when I got here on 2010, I committed to my journey because I still want to be a business. I did not take overtime in operating room. Every time somebody would the manager is asking for somebody to volunteer to go home, I'm the one who's gonna raise my hand. I said, we don't get what we want, but we get what we fight for. So every house party for the past 3 years, 2010 to 2013, I never had a car. You know what I did? I always ask my friends, if there's a home party, can I have a 30-minute presentation? I have these health products. Before they eat, I can sell. Right? So I did leverage with people that have cars, did the presentation. And one of those attendees is a CPA. He said, Chris, you know what? You have a good chance of a tax company. And you know what I did? I just said yes. No matter how hard it takes, no matter how deep it goes, no matter what the challenge is, we have to put our mouth where the money is. And then it's a never ending because I felt like our brain is like tabula rasa. It's a blank tablet. If you have a bigger why, you can learn everything and anything in this world. So that's how it started. I said, on 2015, I'm going to quit my full-time job as a nurse, no matter what it takes. I said October 23, 2015, but I quit my job on August 2015 because all my income, 80% of my income are already on the accounting and the tax. Then 2018, because I said, if I can walk my talk and talk my walk with a lot of people that trying to quit their job or a lot of people want to scale up their job. And through continuous education, this is one of my passions, is to educate. How did I do it? 2018, I got nominated as Business Minority of the Year. I won. Thank God. 2022, where there's another turbulence, a lot of employees quit. I was nominated and received the 2022 Business Person of the Year. Yeah. But at the back of your head, I know you guys are here, but at the back of your head, you're thinking something else if you're a business owner. Because entrepreneurship doesn't have a clock in, it doesn't have a clock out. Being an entrepreneur is a lifestyle. Even you go to bed, you're going to think the next day, how can you improve your business? Thank you for that wonderful question.
Thank you. Chris, also something that it's more of a comment than a question, but something that I want to point out for everyone that wasn't in the show. One of the things that made you strong is the fact that you gave back what you picked up. I like to think that I am who I am today because of the Toastmasters meetings that were at your business.
Yes. Mhm.
Yes. You at the same time you also hosted different events from the from Lift Fund, I believe,
Yes.
from the
Mhm.
chamber. So that's something that historically has not been seen too much in Brownsville. The fact that entrepreneurs are giving back, they are sharing what they learned, but you also provided that space for people to collaborate, to network, and I think it's an example that we should all follow. So thank you very much, Chris. I'm gonna go sell books now.
Thank you, Gilbert. Thank you very much.
So what can we do for you? How can we support you as a 1 million Cubs or community?
It's right here. So, subscribe on my YouTube channel. That's one thing because you're really using a lot of digital marketing. I have my team. That's how we can start. And of course, we grow by referrals. But I want you to really book your appointment, whether you get the service or not. It's not a problem. Just basic questions, tax, bookkeeping, that's not a problem for me. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the booklet that you passed out, and it shows Transamerica. Do you also sell life insurance, or is this a product that you're using also for your taxes?
So what that materials is actually, we are building a strategic partnership as we go longer and many tax savings and tax sheltered products. So that's why myself, it's what you call complementary services that where they can park their money, because right now we're looking at a lot of $30,000 of taxes where they're going to pay. So what I do is I'm a life and health insurance agent. I got it also, but I do believe in partnership. That's why we do have virtual partners and also local partners offering this, because whenever we do the taxes, there's already a financial advice there that I gave. But then again, I have to refer it to my financial advisor who's been doing this, Transamerica. Not just that one. We also do 401k. That's how you do. Because if a business owner can find everything in one store, they're not going to go anywhere as long as you find the smartest person that could, or that you trusted, that you think you can deliver, that they can deliver this. So the business grow with us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So this is a little bit of what you will be seeing every week. Thank you everybody for coming. Again, if you want to present, this is open to the entire small business and startup community. It's not only for startups, it's also for small businesses. So please encourage anybody that you know that wants to participate or present. We are here to support you, and that's what we want. We want to showcase everyone. We want to make sure that they get an opportunity to be up here in front, even if we have given them resources or not. You know, the important thing is for them to showcase and see how we as a community can provide them with any support possible. We do have all the social medias that you see right here, so follow us in social media. Make sure that you come in every week, invite your friends, invite your colleagues, and everybody that might be interested to just come and drink some coffee and kind of network and communicate with this community that we're trying to build. I also have to be a shout out to eBridge. Welcome to eBridge. This is our new building. I hope everybody likes it. Please enjoy it if you have a minute to walk through. We are having our grand opening March 9th, so we expect everybody to be here. We're going to have a great ceremony with a very inspirational panel of entrepreneurs that we're bringing in from different parts of the valley that have gone either public or that have a really, really transformational story to tell you. And we're gonna have a party. So make sure that you be part of it. We also wanna showcase some of our clients, our members, people that we have supported. So get ready if I call upon you, and you're right there. So thank you everybody for coming. I hope you can network a little bit, and we'll see you next week.